Hello and welcome to episode 23 of When We Are Healed. In today's episode, I would like to share a simple yet very powerful practice that I've been really getting lots of juices out of. It's really fun when you get the hang of it, and that is any given situation or activity. You have the power to set an intention and ask for what you would like to receive from it. What am I talking about? One example, I was traveling with my husband a couple of weeks ago, and we were just kind of exploring the town. And we came across a park and we were kind of taking a walk around it. And he went to use the restroom and I was just kind of looking around the park. And I saw some trash on the ground and I had all these thoughts going through my head that were kind of judgmental. And that the one in me that likes to complain was having all these opinions about, this park is kind of blah and it's dirty and people are leaving trash and it's not impressive. It's not impressing me. I wish we were in a better place. I wish we were in a town that had a more beautiful park. Oh my goodness. It's so humbling to really just share with you the kind of thoughts that go through my head, but there I was. And then I thought, wait a minute. I have the power to see this differently. I can make a choice and ask to be shown something different than what I'm experiencing. And so I took a breath, closed my eyes, and said, I am so sorry. I had all these judgments that I was entertaining about this place that was put in front of me, that I was sent to by divine orchestration at the perfect timing. I am meant to be here, and everywhere I go, God's beauty goes with me. God's grace goes with me. So please show me the beauty of this place. I am willing to receive it now. And then I opened my eyes, and right in front of my eyes was this beautiful rose bush with blooming roses, just right in front of my eyes. I haven't moved. I was in the same exact spot where I was just entertaining all these thoughts of not enoughness. This park is not good enough. This place is not good enough. My life is not good enough because it's not giving me what I want. And this whole time, this rose bush was staring me in the face right there and then. It was so beautiful. It smelled so lovely. And I was just so very grateful that I got to receive that, and also for my own awareness that allowed me to ask for it. And so logic will tell you that the rose bush was there that whole time. And because of my limited perception and that lens of judgment that I was wearing, I just couldn't see it. Or you could also think of this as, skipping timelines and your matrix of life responding to you in the moment very dynamically. So before I got into that space of intention and prayer, that rose bush didn't exist. The rose bush did not exist. But as I took a breath and went into alignment with the truth, with a capital T, of oneness, of all that is good and beautiful and true is our true nature, then I got bumped into a timeline where there was this beautiful rose bush in front of me. Either way you think of it, I think it's so much fun to play with it. And especially because I think many of us, or at least for myself, when we go through life, and what you might call the mundane, there's so many activities and situations where the mind thinks it knows how it's going to go. The mind thinks it knows the extent of the blessing that you could ever receive from that situation. And what do I mean by that? So I take a walk around my neighborhood, usually a few times a day. And I love it. I enjoy it. But at the same time, I do catch my mind kind of getting into this autopilot where it just thinks that I'm going on this walk, that the same walk that I've done every day for the last couple of years. And it's in this mind space, or I should call it head space, of not expecting anything awesome to come to me. It's going through the motions of the walk with this attitude, a slightly, very subtly jaded attitude of, yes, this is my morning walk and I love it and then my neighborhood's beautiful, but nothing life-changing is going to happen in this walk. Right? That's the attitude. Like it's like the morning commute, or when you drive your car to work, or whatever repetitive actions and tasks, washing the dishes, doing laundry, having dinner with your family, whatever that might be. The mind thinks it knows how it's going to go based on the past, or based on whatever information it collected from who knows where. But I have to ask myself, is this the attitude I like to go through life in? Right? Of this, it's kind of blah, but it's okay. I'm just going to go through the motions. As the famous quote says, and it's been attributed to many different people, so I don't really know who actually said it, but we can live as though nothing is a miracle, or we can live as though everything is a miracle. So if it's up to you, which would you choose? And I don't mean that we sort of form an attachment to having something so life-changing happen on this very walk today. That's not what I'm talking about. But it's like the attitude of this openness, of gratitude, of a sense of wonder, of, oh, wow, in this next moment, anything could happen. My life is full of infinite possibilities, and I'm so open to receiving that miracle today. I am so open to being shown something beautiful. I'm so open to feeling connected from the heart with the people that I encounter today. It's just like a little subtle shift in your intention and attitude as you go through the seemingly mundane tasks and activities of the day. And of course, you can use this for less mundane, special occasions, or when you're traveling, or when you have a big client meeting coming up. Absolutely, right? Intentions can be so powerful, and I use it all the time. I set an intention and say prayers before recording this episode, before going into a session with a client, before lots of things. And it really does set the tone for your experience. And it's not that, I'll be honest with you, it's not that because I set an intention for a certain thing that I would necessarily receive it 100% of the time in the 100% intensity that my mind was maybe looking for. But that's not even the point. The point is that for me to cultivate that attitude of receptivity and openness, and to energize the truth that I am unconditionally worthy of receiving the blessing that's here. And blessings are everywhere. Good is everywhere. God is everywhere. So it's a practice. Another example, my husband and I were invited to a dinner at my husband's friend's house that I hadn't met before. I didn't know this person, and we most likely didn't know anybody else who was going to be at this party. And I tuned into it and I got a yes. So I said, yes, I'd love to go. But as the date of the party approached, I noticed myself trying to control the outcome. In that, I was talking to my husband and asking him how long he planned on staying at this party. Is it an hour? Is it 3 hours? Is it till the end of the party, into the wee hours of the night? And if so, then we only have one car. So then, like, how can I make sure that if I want to leave, that I could do that without waiting for him to be done with the party? I'm exposing a lot of vulnerable parts of me today, guys. But those were the kinds of thoughts that I was entertaining, and I caught myself in that attitude of, this party might not be that great, and I might want to leave, as quickly as I can. So I'm going to make sure that I have the option of leaving if I wanted to, because I don't want to be trapped there. And yet again, I caught myself and said, wait a minute. Why would I want to energize that in my life? In this precious, miraculous life that each one of us get to live, why would we ever actively choose something that's less than a sense of fulfillment, connection, happiness, delight, joy, beauty? Why energize any possibility of something less than what you deserve coming to you? Why would you ever put yourself in a situation where you're having to go through, you're having to spend time doing anything that doesn't light you up? Just an inquiry, right? So anyway, I decided, oh no, I am not going to energize this attitude of this ungrateful attitude about this party that I've been feeling called to participate in. So I said, okay, thank you for showing me where I've been in such defense and ungratefulness and thinking that this party might not be what I hope it will be. I am so open to having an amazing time at this party. I am so open to connecting with the people there from the heart and having a wonderful time. I am so open to be so happy that I went to this party. Right? Course correction. And so we went to the party together and we had a beautiful time. We had really fun conversations with the people there. And I ended up connecting with somebody, and I basically made a new friend. It was so lovely. And she was really interested in my work, and I had got to share about what I do. And again, delightful surprise that I probably would not have been able to receive had I stayed in that space of, this party is probably going to be okay, and I might just want to leave as quickly as possible. I would have never, ever been able to receive what I ended up receiving had I stayed in that place. So your intentions, your prayer, what you energize, what you focus on is so powerful. What you focus on expands. And you have the power to choose love, choose beauty, choose joy in any given moment, even though the mind might complain. Even though the mind might say, that's not true. There are times when things are hard and I have every right to be unhappy and sad and depressed. Yes, yes, yes. You have every right to feel whatever feeling that comes up. And if your intention for your life, for your day, for your whatever activity, situation that you are in and engaging in is about embracing joy or receiving love or giving love, that is the flavor that is going to color the whole experience, even if something quote unquote negative or challenging pops up. Or I would even say that if the negative, quote unquote negative thing pops up, that could only be a precursor, a prelude, a setup for what you asked for to arrive, to be given. So I am really enjoying setting an intention for, I don't want to be too micromanagey and, dogmatic about this. So I don't set it before every single activity necessarily, but anytime I could remember, I do this little, what would I like to receive from this situation, this activity, this action? And I just come back to that. Oh, we're going to play board games. Okay. I am willing to have just so much fun with this. Something simple like that. And it can make all the difference. And it really does help in turning around situations that you might expect to be challenging. For example, one of my mentors was saying that she had this big trip for her daughter's wedding and spending a lot of time with her family members. And she said that she set an intention before the trip that no one was going to fuck with her joy. Isn't that awesome? No one's going to fuck with my joy. So that's like another awesome intention to try, right? Whatever resonates with you, like whatever, you get to decide what you want to receive from your life. Even though the mind might be collecting so many evidence that you don't have that power, that you are a helpless victim of your situation, and that life is just unfair or life sucks. Even if you have those thoughts, what if you do have the choice? What if it is up to you? I'm saying this as someone who, for the longest time on the spiritual path, could not fully buy into the idea that I have a choice. Because having a choice would mean that I was wrong for choosing all the things that I experienced that was heartbreaking or that just felt so painful. And the spiritual ego would use that idea to turn it against myself and say, well, yeah, you did have a choice and look what crappy things you chose, right? So I was in that space of not having so much resistance to this idea that it's up to me, that I get to choose. And now that it's softening, things are starting to feel pretty fun. So I invite you to test this out for yourself and see how it goes. And maybe you already do have an intention setting practice. And I would love to hear about how you've been experiencing that. If you've noticed any situations being turned around, or if you've received something unexpected, or how is that going for you? Playing with setting your intentions, speaking to the universe, asking for what you like to receive. You could go to our Substack, whenwearehealed.com, episode 23, and leave a comment there. If you're on YouTube, you can leave a comment there. I read every single one, and I always love to hear from you. So sending you so much love, and a reminder that you are so worthy. You are unconditionally worthy of receiving so much more than you can ever imagine from life. And what if it's up to you to just allow yourself to receive that, to say, hi, I'm open Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the blessings that's showering upon me right now. Maybe I'm not seeing it or feeling it, but I'm willing to be shown. I'm willing to receive it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And with that intention, I'll close with a prayer. Join me in closing your eyes if it's safe to do so. Placing a hand on the heart, breathing in love, exhaling gratitude. So grateful that we get to choose love in each moment. So grateful for all the blessings that are showering upon us in this very moment. We are so open, so willing, so available to allow ourselves to receive more beauty, more love, more joy, more connection, more wisdom, more strength. And it is by us allowing ourselves to receive that we get to share it, that we get to amplify it and multiply it and share it with everyone who crosses our path. And so we're so relieved and excited and grateful to let go of this old belief, the lie that we have to earn anything, that we have to work hard to prove ourselves worthy of receiving. No, that is the old way that is dissolving, the old way that left us so stressed out. We're so happy to collectively, gently release this and allow ourselves to receive more and more with every breath, with every step. And remember that we are unconditionally, infinitely worthy of all that is good, true, and beautiful. And so, dear Divine, help us remember, help us cultivate the awareness that we can ask for what we'd like from you, because nothing is outside of us. Everything that's our heart's desire is within us, nowhere else. And so help us strengthen this connection, this awareness of the infinite source that is within us. And help share this with everyone because we're one. We share all the blessings with all the world, all beings everywhere because we're one. So grateful for the oneness of all life. We say yes to it, we let it be, and so it is. If you enjoyed this episode, I invite you to come check out our Substack at whenwearehealed.com, where you can subscribe to keep in touch and get show notes emailed to you. Sending you lots of love, and I'll see you in the next episode